Greetings, Gemini, and thank you so much for tuning into this reading. I hope that all is well with you. Let's see how your person currently feels towards you, how they see you, and other important messages that the cards want to reveal. This is geared towards the person you have in mind. For cross-watchers, the roles can also be vice versa. Kindly take the messages how they resonate for you and your given situation. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, comments, subscriptions, and for those that booked a private reading with me, thank you so much for trusting in my service. Without further ado, Gemini, let's get into your reading. Spirit angels, we ask for insights and guidance for Gemini and their person. How do they feel towards Gemini? And how do they see Gemini at this time? What does Gemini need to know? Starting with Five of Pentacles energy, okay? So the rose here, as you can see, is wilting. Something feels like it's energetically depleting. The rose is a very romantic symbol. We give a rose to somebody that we care for. It's a simple gesture to let them know that we have feelings for that person. So this wilting, I feel like somebody feels left out, or somebody feels like they're being shut down. They're being rejected. Let's see what this is. Or it could be a feeling of not being noticed, being discouraged at the moment. Somebody lacking the confidence to approach and make this romantic gesture towards you, Gemini. It's followed by the Sun of Swords energy. The Devil. So Gemini, I feel like this person has you on their mind constantly. Their mind is filled with thoughts about you. They feel a very strong attachment towards you. And the Devil does have a tendency for obsession, ruminating over things, thinking too much and overanalyzing things too much. This could also just be in the mind, because the swords here represent their thoughts. There's a feeling of, am I good enough for Gemini? Am I worthy? Am I deserving? And the Devil can be an inner force. This is pessimism. Somebody could be very concerned about their physical appearance or what they feel they can offer towards you, Gemini. Somebody's being too hard on themselves at the moment. But on a different message, the Sun of Swords, you can see this out animal totem is a symbolism of wisdom, discernment. Or it also speaks about the need to be very frank and honest and get straight to the point. You may have felt, Gemini, that somebody wasn't being completely upfront with their feelings or their problems, whatever internal issues they've been dealing with. You may have confronted this person. Let's see what this is, okay? Father of Swords energy. So this person could be taking a break from your connection to decompress from too much mental activity. A lot of swords here, plus the Devil. They feel like they have been zooming in things too much and they need to focus on the bigger picture. They also feel like they have been doing something rather extreme with the Devil. The combination of these cards may also mean conflict, disagreement. Something feels it's starting to get out of hand or out of control. Somebody's emotions or even anger, temperament is out of control. This could be stemming from a need for more self-love, Gemini. So if they're the ones that's pulling back, I feel like they're recognizing they may have been doing things rather extreme. And there's a need for cooling down, a need to decompress. Seven of Swords. Also, Gemini, this person is very suspicious. They could be overthinking things or worried too much about things that are not necessarily happening. the fox animal totem here, like somebody's very suspicious. They feel like you're talking to somebody else when they're not around. They're filled with all this negative thinking at times that may not be necessarily the reality. Again, it's stemming of a feeling of they're not very secured about themselves. But then again, this could be a question or a topic of trust. You want this person to be able to trust you. Like you could be saying there's no need for you to be suspecting. You're being very clear here with all the Father of Swords and Son of Swords energy. You represent air sign, so it's like straight to the point. The Seven of Swords is telling me there could be trust issue here. Somebody could be being afraid of being abandoned. This is fear of being hurt, fear of being betrayed, deceived, lied to, or cheated on. But this is no longer the reality. It's just in the mind, and the mind also creates their field of reality. So this could be old wounds that somebody's passing down, Gemini, old issues that are somewhat resurfacing in your present connection. But I feel like they have the power to shift the situation around. The changes may not happen overnight. You may be giving this person some kind of logical advice, or you're trying to really be direct and upfront towards them. And whatever the shift that they're about to do, and it all starts within, this shift is what's going to bring a sense of stability and balance within themselves first and foremost. Things are changing in a big way here, but it's beneath the surface, okay? We have Seven of Pentacles energy. So this is all about leaving things hanging up in the air. There's the energy of waiting. There's a lot of seven in this reading. Waiting for somebody to change, waiting for somebody to release old habits, patterns, negative thinking, tendency to be very obsessive or jealous. Okay, I may not know your specific situation, but whatever this devil energy or however this energy takes form, you could be simply being patient, or your patience is being tested at this time. With the Seven of Pentacles, this person desires to continue the relationship with you. Eight of Wands, they also want to resolve this problem, this issue that potentially is resurfacing again and again. But with Eight of Wands, this is about having that zap and realization and aha moment that in order to resolve an issue, they have to do something differently. It's like they cannot approach the relationship in the same way, the same manner, behavior, attitude. For some of you, this might be somebody that when they're upset, they're angry or feeling somewhat insecure, there could be some words that are very hurtful that are being said. You know, things that they do out of impulse that they may not be aware of how this affects others. Eight of Wands and the Devil. This is rapid change, or this is also impulsivity. Too much going on. Something feels out of control. You both could be making a choice to give each other some time away, okay? Now, on a different message, Gemini, for a lot of you, you could be wanting to find balance, work-life balance. Some of you may find yourself a little bit overworked these days, or just taking more load than you should. And I feel like there's going to be a big change that's about to happen here, and you recognize that with the Devil. Take, for example, making a decision like leaving work at work and not bringing work energy with you home, because it could be very mentally or emotionally draining. Some of you, it's separating those two aspects of your life. And whatever this shift is, it's what's going to bring you stability. There's also major revelations here, spiritual downloads regarding this relationship, or even home and family. Some of you, it's finances as well. This connection may have stressed you out a little bit, both you and your person, if there's been arguments and fights. And it could be very mentally draining in the long run with the Devil. I feel like it may be worthwhile for you and this person to relax or take some time off from whatever has been both causing you stress. And after you both have some time to rest, you will feel more prepared to jump back, okay, to your connection and sort things out. It's all about gaining a different perspective on things and focusing on what you want to achieve next. Some of it's taking a break from work, spending more time at home. It could be that somebody has been wanting more attention from you, Gemini, okay? Bottom of the deck is the Daughter of Cups. On a light aspect, the person that you're dealing with, they can be very sweet, dreamy, idealistic, but sometimes they're unrealistic as well. I feel like somebody feels you're not noticing them, you're not giving more time to this connection, Gemini. So this could be what's sort of triggering this feelings of insecurity or suspicion. Take this message however it resonates. But I feel like you have a lot on your plate. So this person wants you both to spend more time together, like quality time to invest on it. Ace of Pentacles. The seeds that you both are planting can grow and expand. Seeds of patience, gratitude, understanding, and compassion. Being mindful of communication and words as well. Or working on better communication. There might have been some issues that are not being dealt with head on. So it feels like this person or you both could be feeling triggered from an outside source or something going on in your environment. I also see this Daughter of Cups as a gentle reminder for you and your person, Gemini, to find an outlet before you displace or project the wrong heavy energy onto each other or your relationship. Okay, stress can have a serious effect on one's health, mental and emotional well-being. It may even cause strain in the connection. Some of you, this person really wants you to become more romantic, more verbally expressive. They feel like at times you can be quite silent, Gemini, or you shut down, and they tend to overthink with the Devil. But you may find this very draining. Like, do I really have to always assure you that you can trust me? You know, I'm getting that somebody wants to feel like they're wanted, they're loved, or that they're not draining you out if they ask for your time. Something of this sort. Let me know if this resonates. Let me just pull more cards out. We have the Four of Cups energy. So when somebody is sinking into feelings of loneliness or sadness, their imagination takes over. It's the energy of feeling, how come it's not like how it was in the past, you know? Especially if you've been together for some time, Gemini, things will always be different. We go through highs and lows in life. Even relationship goes through periods and seasons. So this could be a season of, you know, breaking free from boredom, stagnant energy by working on new things, trying new things in the connection. I'm also seeing that this person could be thinking too much about the past and comparing it in the present moment. You know, they're saying that you're different, you've changed, you've become a little bit distant. Or they feel like you're not noticing their efforts, something of the sort. Ace of Wands. So this is about the awakening of the inner fire, the passion, the desire, the attraction, or sexual chemistry as well. It's like you or this person, you both want a new wave of energy to enter into your existing connection to spice things up. Make things somewhat exciting again. Seeing the world or this connection in a fresh new lens with Page of Wands. Seeing each other in a fresh new way. And if there was any challenge in the past, argument or fight, it's easy to forget the light aspect. Or it's so easy to forget those times when you both were kind or gentle towards each other, sweet towards one another. I feel like this is what this person is wanting, like a honeymoon phase in your connection. And it's not, you know, wrong once in a while. Especially if you both feel stressed out, it's really worthwhile taking action to this aspect of your connection. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups. There's a lot of daydreaming, fantasizing, but there is some kind of frustration why it's not happening in reality. So Gemini, somebody feels like there's a lot on your plate and they want your full undivided attention. Somebody could be, upset whenever you're busy doing something else. They feel like your attention is somewhere else. You're very much going to be open to listen to this person, but it's all about connecting from the heart. Meeting your person halfway, your special someone. Opening up your feelings as well, finding compromise. Meeting your person's need for attention and quality time. And if there is any feelings of stress, pressure, or something triggering you, it's imperative to find an outlet with all the page energy here, creative outlet, before displacing or project the wrong heavy energy onto each other. So let's see, we have gratitude. Yes, it's the attitude of gratitude, being thankful for the small things and not just the big things. Gemini, some of you feel like somebody's not that content with the time, effort, energy that you're giving. Or again, this could be the energy of somebody feeling like they're not being appreciated. So I feel like there's going to be a real moment where you're not afraid to talk about the difficult things or the harsh truth, but it's still coming from a place of respect, love, and compassion. Things that you both need to air out. We have Quest card here. There's a choice that you both need to make, or make this a personal mission as well, to focus on, gratitude. See what aspect of your partner are you thankful for versus the ones that you don't really like or not so good. And them as well, practicing seeing the good things, the good changes. It's all about perspective. Because if we focus too much on what the other person lacks, or comparing the past and the present, saying you've changed so much and this and that. But what if those changes can also be seen for the better? It's all about matching each other's energy and frequency, because even relationships go through periods of change. So let's see, what is your advice, Gemini? The vast universe. Okay, it's the number 1 in the spirit card. Let me read to you what this card is saying. Now, before I read this message, I'm also getting this a completely different message for you, Gemini. For a lot of you, you may have been feeling stressed because of work, and I'm seeing that you need to separate two. There's a greater need to shift your time for work and home, or work and relationship. Things are about to change in a big way for you. And once you've taken some time off, you will jump back into your grind and feel this boost to take action with all this Ace of Wands, Page of Wands energy. You may also need to create some kind of to-do list to become more productive and avoid any sort of distraction. Okay? That's what I'm seeing. Now let me read what this advice card is saying. A bright sun spinning in the heavens and projecting divine light to the earth sends out brilliant waves of universal energy. When you receive this card, you know that this vast river of grace, abundance, and happiness is open for you. You yourself have your own divine heart, one that is connected to all other people and things and to boundless creative energy. This incredible power is always available to you, but you have now arrived at a time when the whole world is about to open up. Opportunity awaits, amazing connections are available to you. The eternal consciousness that co-creates all reality is in alignment with your own heartfelt desires. This is the time to focus your energy, thereby creating a treasure map or vision board filled with bright images, writing a clear attraction intention, or directing your angels to carry your intentions to the energetic realm. The entire universe is waiting and willing to respond. Protection message. When this card comes to you, you find yourself feeling isolated or unable to resolve things on your own. You're looking for connections and solution, but things may feel pretty grim. It is important to know, however, that you are never disconnected from divine consciousness or from anyone or anything in your universe. It's all about your energy, so be sure to release any fear that puts up walls or shuts down important spiritual and personal alliances. But do not blame yourself for past vibrations. That only separates you further. What is called for here is a conscious intention to connect and to redefine yourself according to your divine legacy. That is where your true power, value, and worthiness come from. Your history and your future span the length of time. Open up to this truth and leave the old limitations behind. Shift to a deeper spiritual view of life. The solutions you seek will be illuminated by the divine light that flows to your willing heart. The heart needs to be willing, okay, to be open and change and adapt, okay? That's what I'm picking up from your reading, Gemini. I hope that this gave you some insights and guidance. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Take only what resonates, leave out what doesn't. Take care at this time, and namaste.